gone away.
You mean the drums?
Yes, the drums. Horrible things. I see visions of sweating natives.
Oh, Mary Ellen.
Oh, I know, Auntie. You said it was just the ship's engines and all that. This terrible ship, will we ever get off of it?
Of course we will. Of course we will.
And in our right senses?
You know, it strikes me this way. We are trapped and all that, but my contention is this.
Well?
The blighter doesn't mean murder.
No, I don't believe he does.
Well, that is gratifying, to say the least. If you ever felt afraid of your life in Sandram Khan's presence, it certainly is pleasant to know that he doesn't deal in assassination.
Now, if you follow me, I'll tell you why. If the fellow had any intention whatever of doing us in, well, he's had plenty of opportunity. Not that I think he wouldn't if it served his purpose. But apparently, Miss Nebergull has something, some object that the man craves. And until he finds and recovers that object, you two are safe.
What about you?
Oh, I'll do very well taking care of myself.
Yes, you look as though you might be able to at that, young man.
Well, I have thus far. Miss Nebergull, what is it that this Hindu wishes from you?
I don't know. Really, I don't.
Yet the fellow thinks you do.
No, I don't believe he does. I think that in some way he expects to use me to lead him to that object.
How can he do that if you don't want to?
I wish I could tell you, but I just sense it. When I'm in his presence, he knows my thoughts. And sometimes when I'm not in his presence.
Oh, that's nonsense.
Well, I know it sounds foolish, but I'm afraid that until we can prove differently, we'll have to accept the man as having supernatural powers.
I know that my father's working, but I don't know where.
Your father can take care of himself. He always has.
Mr. Hodgkins, where do you come into this affair? Who are you?
Well, now, as to that...
You're not a steward as you pretended to be.
Oh, but I am a steward, for the moment.
Please explain.
Well, might as well. By now, I'm confident that Sandram Khan knows who I am.
Yes, I know he understands about you.
Of course. Or at least he knows that I know him. You see, it's all very well to say that there's a plot. But to make it seem reasonable is difficult. I couldn't make the authorities believe it.
The authorities?
Yes, of the Commonwealth, Australia, you know. Or of the Empire, either. I've a bit of a spot down under Silver. I won't tell you just where. Well, there are a few hundred natives with a tribal chief and all that. But to all intents and purposes, I own the place. And rumors have reached me of the millennium of the savage utopia that is just around the corner.
Utopia?
Mercy, what are you talking about?
I can't explain, but I know. I know my Melanesian and my Polynesian. And I know that somewhere, on some forgotten speck on the face of the South Seas, there's an island where black magic rules. Rules, I tell you. Black magic.
Yes, I know that must be true.
Your father, some way, must have learned the truth. I know it, but no one will believe me.
The drums. Drums.
You must be near. Sandram Khan, I mean. Here, I'll get through this fast. Now, I learned that the leader, Sandram Khan, as we'll call him, was in the United States perfecting plans. Government influence placed me here as a steward. I thought he'd return this way. And I'll have cooperation if I can only get proofs.
Mercy on us.
Auntie, what is it?
Didn't you hear a laugh?
I tell you, this'll be a fight every minute of the day and the night.
Oh, I feel it again.
What's the matter? What, the fear?
Now, Mary Ellen, control yourself.
Oh, the tom-toms have stopped.
No, I can hear them.
It's the ship's engines, my dear.
Oh, who's there? Oh, never mind. I'll see.
The door's opening.
But it's not Sandram Khan.
Mercy. It's the Sultan.
It's the servant who's posing as the master. Well, what is it, man? Don't stand there dumb.
But he is dumb. He's deaf and dumb. It's Mugger Guy, the servant.
He's got a letter.
Now, here, my good man. Give it to me.
What is it? Who is it for?
Why, The blighter's addressed it to me.
Then he must know you.
Well, of course he does. Here, let's see what he says. Why? The blighter.
What does it say?
Merely this. You and Miss Nevergall in my stateroom at once.
The insolence of the man.
Oh, I'll have to go. He'll force me.
Mary Ellen.
Oh, I believe the man could. Here, you, Mugger Guy, or whatever your name is. What? Say, here. Where is the fellow?
He's disappeared.
It must be magic.
The fellow just walked out of the door as we were talking. Well, I don't know whether you're going or not, young man, but my niece is not going.
Auntie.
Yes. It's a chance. Now listen carefully to me. We shall go. But you, Mrs. Harkins, remain outside. You are a free agent. Mary Ellen and myself must take this chance to save our reason, if not our lives. Now listen carefully.
Should we knock or just walk in?
I'll knock.
Spare the knock, my friends, and enter. Do not consider it magical that I hear your voices, and open the door as you pause before it.
We have come.
Yes, and I think, don't you know, it's time for a bit of an explanation.
Enter, please. Thank you. And pray be seated. You will excuse it if I cause the door to be shut and locked. Magagai.
Oh, all right. Lock it or leave it open for all I care.
Now, please, what is it you wish?
I trust the fear has left you. But I know it has. I send it that you may know we remain en rapport.
What do you mean, rapport?
I mean that your mind is my mind, and your thoughts, my thoughts.
Then I'm jolly well certain there is a crying need for what the Yankees call a showdown.
Quite so, my friend.
Oh, I doubt if you are my friend.
It would be a piece of oriental duplicity if I really insisted on friendship. No, Mr. Hodgkins, you are very much my enemy, and very much in my way. I doubt if you ever reach Hawaii alive.
Tough hole. Now at least we know where we stand.
But you may live. It all rests with you.
And Miss Nevergall?
Miss Nevergall is as myself.
What do you mean?
Just that Miss Nevergall, from the moment she entered this room, lost her identity.
No, I have not.
But you will. In the body or without the body, you are my servant in all things.
That does very well, my good man. But my contention is that you're covering a bit more ground than is necessary.
So speaks the British mind, the ruling class addressing a black man.
Well, at least you're brown.
Brown, yes. Listen, my friend, and mark my words, for upon your understanding of them depends your life. I have brought you here that you might see my powers, understand my abilities, I even guess at my motives.
Righto.
And so that you may grasp the futility, the insanity of opposing revolvers to magic, black magic.
What do you mean by that?
You have a revolver in your pocket.
Yes?
And your hand upon that revolver.
Mm-hmm.
Try to draw the weapon. Try to discharge it.
Why, to be...
You cannot. I know you cannot.
Oh, well, this is silly rubbish.
Now you know that you cannot harm me. Withdraw your hand. Good. That is better.
Oh, I knew we shouldn't have come. Yet I had to come.
Yes. And now you are going on a long journey. A journey over the seas and through space. Magagai, beat out the rhythms.
Say, what's all this about?
There is something, a thing that is mine, and which I need to complete my plan. Yes, I need it, and I have it not.
My father has it. I know it. I know it.
Quite right. Your father has it. I thought, fool that I was, that he had sent it to you, and so I drew you to me.
Oh.
But now I realize that you do not have it, and you do not know. Mary Ellen, I shall send you far away this night to your father.
And I shall gladly go.
Your body will remain. The intelligence that is you must become
Yes.
a shadow. For only yourself or the shadow of yourself can penetrate to where your father has gone. I myself cannot go.
Well, before you start, may I interrupt to say that Mrs. Harkins, Miss Nebergull's aunt, will arrive in exactly 30 seconds with the ship's officers and crew?
I had foreseen that, and accordingly I had planned. Your aunt is now senseless upon her stateroom floor. Fool! Would you match wits with Sandram Khan?
Why, you...
Quiet! Quick, listen.
I must go now to my father.
The sacred rhythms, Magagai. For a shadow leaving the body, the world and worldly things must go forth upon the waters and the earth. Go forth upon the wings of magic, magic, black magic.